Hi there YouTube! So I know it's been a while since I made a video, but that's because I had a full-time job for a month, and when I say full-time, I mean literally 7 days a week. But anyway, I'm back with another review, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at yet another bag, and possibly the final bag, although I will have to confirm this at some point when I can actually get into all my train stuff, which is currently kind of in the mess that is my room, of the mystery merchandise that I purchased some years ago from another YouTuber. So, what are we waiting for? Let's do it. Alright, so in front of you can see the collection of stuff, which I couldn't really work out where else it was supposed to belong. So, let's work here from the smallest items, which are these four, in the front. Now, if you've been watching my channel for a very long time, and when I say a very long time, I mean a very long time, you might actually recognize these Thomas toys, because they're the same style, as far as I can ascertain, as these little gacha toys that I did a video about on my old channel quite some years ago, that you can see here on my shelf. So, what makes these more interesting, however, is that if we have a look at them, they're quite similar. For example, if I grab the Thomas, you can see that they're a similar design, similar construction on the bottom. Faces are quite similar, although I actually think I like this face more, which is unusual. I think it's the eyebrows, I'm not sure. Very, very similar, until of course we get to the back, where we see that these ones are 2007, these ones are 2003. So the year difference between these two engines is massive, which makes me really curious about how long these have been on the market for, and where you could actually get them before they appeared in the gacha toys. It's exactly the same for the Percy. If we bring down the Percy, you can see once again, very, very, very similar. This one, the faces are nearly identical. Again, if we just go around, we can see the designs all the same. Again though, we get 2003 on the one which I received in this mystery package, which implies that these toys have been around for some time. And then last but not least, I've got two of these Tobies, which is quite exciting because I didn't have a Toby. Come on, focus on me. Yeah, thank you. I didn't have a Toby in this series because it wasn't one that was released in Australia in the gacha series. You can see that both of them suffer from this sticker being either misapplied or just a little bit too big for it. I think it's because this is all one giant sticker by the looks of it. Like this one goes all the way around the front and everything, so it's just got a little bit of overhang. Again, you can see the date 2003, but otherwise, it's quite a nice Toby model. I think the face maybe sticks out a little bit too far, like comically far, and it's probably a little bit of a, I don't want to say youthful face, but I don't think it's a little bit like plastic surgery or Botox face, particularly in that chin area. But otherwise, very nice little Toby, and I'm excited to have that in my collection. Again, you can see just the amount of detail that they captured on these, with the bell details and stuff on the top. Very, very nice. So they're the first entrances in that, and even though I put them in the category of I don't know what these are, I think I do know what these are, although if you've seen them before I saw them, which was about circa 2010, make sure you let me know in the comments below. Alright, the next smallest item is again a very, very nice piece. Now it's Elizabeth the Lorry, the Fat Controllers Lorry I believe, who hasn't appeared for quite some time. She appeared in I think series 6 and 7 or something like that, 5 maybe. The detailing on it is really, really nice. Now what's interesting is that these are stickers here and these are around the edges of stickers, but all this stuff on the front here is all painted on, all the gold detailing is all really nicely painted, as is the stuff down the bottom here. Very, very nice model. All plastic. Here's a licensing underneath. Very hard to read on camera and also in real life. I think it's 2004. And it's a Tomy toy, surprise, surprise. What makes it interesting to me, though, is it's got this slot here, which reminds me of those penny racer cars, because, as you can see, it is actually Pullback. And it has a Pullback motor in it, but also has one of those slots. So, did Thomas and Friends do penny racers? I don't know. You guys let me know, but either way, this is a really, really nice model. It's just a pity that it doesn't quite scale with any of the others series super well, although I think you could probably make it scale with the wind-up engines. Speaking of Pullback though, and wind-up engine scale, this is another very, very bizarre item. This is a Gordon. Let's check the date stamp on this one. Come on. It's obviously on holidays. 1992 Lotteria. Yeah, look, I really have no knowledge about what this is from or what it's a part of. Hole in the back, like a pencil hole. As you see. Yep, so you can put it on a pencil, although it's very, very heavy and long, so that'd be very impractical. Let's see, decently detailed, but not very well painted. There's a very, very sparse paint. If any, there's just this black, and then these are stickers on the side. Again, sticker face, which is 1992, so that sounds about right. You've got some kind of coupling mechanism, I think, here, but it looks like it's broken on this version of it, but there would have been a pin and a loop for coupling things. What's weird about this is, again, it has a pullback motor. It does still work, but no other wheels. So he kind of just drags along the ground. As you can see, he kind of rocks backwards and forwards when he goes along. I don't know. This one's a weird one. Yeah. Weird. Weird but cool. And that's what I'm all about in my Thomas collections. The next item is quite opposite in proportions in that it's short and squat and comically sized, but also really, really well detailed. As you can see, it's got very, very nice paint job on it, picking out all those really important details that you don't often see on a lot of toys these days. Again, it's got a weird kind of slot which looks like it's meant to have something go in there. I don't know. And then you can see if we look at the bottom, that's in Japanese, so really can't help you there. Something probably more revealing is there, otherwise we just see it's Takara, which again doesn't surprise me. 2002. Yeah, this one looks like it's meant to have had a traction tyre on here, judging by the fact that his wheel is a lot smaller and has those little telltale hole bits so you can actually clip the traction tyre over it. But it's fallen off with age or whatever. The pullback mechanism does still work though, but it doesn't really like work on the ground because the wheel doesn't quite touch the ground properly. So it doesn't functionally work, but the feature's still there. Again, quite nice, comical, strange, but I have no idea when, like what series this was from and what other engines were made. Yeah. Now, the next couple of items are very, very mysterious to me. They're obviously Japanese trains of some kind. I think they're Tomy wind-ups. So this one says Tomy on it, so I'm assuming that's what this is. Nicely detailed train, but not Thomas and Friends. This one, on the other hand, though, has this really weird thing on the back, which is not something that I've ever seen before in the wind-up railway. So I don't know what this is, and it also has no licensing written on the bottom. So I don't know. I don't know what this is about. But if you guys know, I would love to know. It looks like it should use a kind of a pin system rather than a clip system. I don't know. Equally, there's this, which is a bullet train. I'm not going to try and say the Japanese word because I will definitely get it wrong. Interesting thing about this one is it's not powered in the wheels. It has a switch on top, and I can't seem to work out what that's for. I'm thinking maybe it's for like maybe some lights and sounds that come out of it. I don't know. Again, this looks like it's got like places for things to couple onto, but I don't understand how that would work. I don't know. Again, a weird piece, but also something that came with this set. I thought I might as well show it to you guys. Maybe someone knows what this is, because I don't really know what this is. Equally, the same can be said about these wagons, which I don't know if they're Thomas and Friends or not. They've got no licensing details on them whatsoever, so they're probably not. But what was weird about these is they have this weird feature where if you turn it upside down, you can see this like little pin comes out, and you can press it in. But for the life of me, I haven't really been able to work out... Oh, here we go. This is live on camera, everyone. Okay, so when you turn the wheel, it goes up and down. So both of these must have had some kind of movement function on their cargo, which is now long gone, I imagine. But yeah, don't know what these are for. But hey, I thought I might as well show you things because learning new things and stuff. Alright, second last item in this video is this, what I imagine is a troublesome truck. It's got Thomas branding on the bottom from 2006. Again, another brand which I haven't heard of, Subarudo. Looks like it was some kind of large, chunky, kid-style railway. But interesting to note that this is a troublesome truck, I think. But it doesn't look like it had a face. Like, maybe there was a sticker in here that had a face on it, but I don't know. You'd think there would be some kind of residue or some rip marks of the face that was there. It seems weird they would make a truck that's clearly meant to be a troublesome truck without putting a face on it. But otherwise, quite cool. I would be very curious to know what series this came from. Let's clear all this out of the way now. And last, but certainly not least, because it's the biggest item in this video, this here is a Windup Gordon. Yeah, you heard me right, a Windup Gordon. Again, quite odd proportions, a really big front section, squashed up tender. Unlike that other Pullback Gordon, this one's actually got a front fake wheel so that he can actually roll. If we come in and look at the licensing, 1997 Bandai. So this is quite old. Pushing on like, what, 10 years old? No, wait, 20 years old. Maths. Yeah, really, really interesting, this one, because it's just so large and so big. It does still work. Okay, ready? Although it sounds a bit sick. It does still work. I don't know, I was never a fan of wind-up toys, because they didn't seem to have a lot of wind in them, which is the same for my feeling almost for the Thomas wind-up, which is why they're so hard to film with. But yeah, very interesting toy. Let me know if you've seen these before, or if you know what the series they were a part of. It's definitely not a bad toy, but I think, you know, the real comparison is which toy would you prefer to have? This one here, this Pullback, miniaturized, funny proportion, but very, very well detailed Gordon, or this more realistic Gordon that's a bigger size, but less detailed. I don't know, guys, that's the question I want you guys to answer in this video. Which would you prefer? Smaller, more detailed, kind of comical toys, or larger, more realistic, more basic toys? I think that's the question from this video that I want you guys to think about. Alright, so that brings us to the end of this mystery merchandise review. Hopefully you guys were at least interested a little bit by some of the stuff that you saw. Some of it was very not Thomas, mainly all this stuff in the middle here, but I just thought it was curious to show because a lot of these items are, you know, of Japanese origin, and it's quite clear that these, at least here, are meant to be from that same style and era. Let me know your thoughts. If you know what any of these are, I would be super awesome, and make sure you let me know which of these two you would prefer to have if you had to pick just one. Apologies again for disappearing. I will try and make more videos while I'm not working full-time and have gone back to my normal part-time work. Yeah, stay tuned for, and as is usually common of this time of year, a wind-up story adventure kind of video, as well as some other reviews. Alright, cool. Thanks for watching, guys. Do all those cool things you do on YouTube. You know, like, subscribe, share with your friends who are hopefully as lame as me. They're probably not though, because I'm very lame. And, as always, that's all we got time for. This is XtremeTrainz.